What's up, guys? Hope you're having a good day. Today, I'm going to break down the trades I took that basically left me breaking even today. I only profited like $11, but I went one for one today. I want to show you the mistakes I made so that way you guys don't have to make them. So that way you guys don't have to make them yourselves, and that way you can learn from me first. So basically, NASDAQ had a really nice rally to the 15-minute high, but momentum was slowing down. So when NASDAQ broke above, barely holding above this open range high at around 6:30, we started to get rejected right here for about 5 minutes. And once we had a break below it, I actually went short, hit a small low of 609. I was at maybe $120, $130. I didn't take profit just because I like to, let my runners run until, there's no continuation of it. There's no progress on the upside or downside, whether if I'm going short or long. But then as you can see, we broke right back above and held it. And we actually hit a higher high right here at 652. So that's when I took my loss. My first trade, I lost $244 to be exact. So then I waited about 10 minutes. We actually hit a new high at 663. Once we pulled back and we actually tested it, tested that new support and it validated it, I went long. I got out at about right here when we started to form a support. Momentum was really slow today on the upside for like the first hour and a half. So I was really cautious going along. That's why I was actually that's why I was actually more confident with going short right here, because we were having such a hard time breaking above and hitting higher highs and lower highs. Higher lows. Sorry about that. But yeah, first trade, I just went wrong. I went short. Now, what I should have done, just because, in my head, this is what I was thinking. I thought, hey, you know what? We're getting rejected right here. We're not hitting higher highs. There's no progress on the upside. So I'm going to go short. And I'm going to write it down to here. Well, looking back now, what I could have done differently is I could have waited for that break below the EMA and the moving average. Now, I know I said before, I don't really like to rely on one thing, like a break below the EMA or a break above. I like to have multiple reasonings of me getting into a trade. It helps me be a little bit more picky, helps me, be more selective of the trades I take and that I don't take. So one thing would have been break below the EMA and the moving average, then go short. Yeah, I would have missed out on this nice little gap right here, but waiting for that confirmation would have saved me $244. So note to self, note to self, if I'm getting rejected at a resistance level or even a support, having that break above or below that EMA and that moving average can act as an extra step of confirmation, which will give me more confidence in the short term and long term of holding that trade and letting my runners run. So that's honestly the biggest lessons that I took away from this red trade I did, was I could have waited for it to either break below the EMA or the moving average or even both. And then I could have wrote it down to here. But as you can see, we held above it for a while, barely made higher highs, and then we actually did take off at around 10:45, 11 o'clock, hit some highs at around, hit a nice high at around like 14,765. That was around 11:30 o'clock. 11:30 a.m. But yeah, second trade, waited for it to validate. Like I've talked about before, once we have a break above, it can easily pull back just down. So I like to wait for that shallow pullback. Got that shallow pullback, held as a nice support, validated at 633. I went long, got out right here. I honestly, seeing how much I missed out on, it was like a Debbie Downer. But on the other hand, with how slow momentum was, for moving up, we really didn't start hitting new highs until we didn't start hitting real new highs until around 11 o'clock. So there was about almost a good straight hour from 10 to 11 where we were just really clicking in between around, I would say, 697 to 630. We were, retesting it multiple times, right here, right here, and right here. So in a way, I'm not happy with the $11 I made, but I'm also grateful that I did get myself out of the red. And that first trade I lost 244. That second trade I lost I made 255. Obviously, I could have made a lot more, but I gotta be grateful that I didn't end the day in the red. So yeah. So if you guys get any questions, comment below, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys have a good day.